Okay. Hi. So this is just a general update, for my own sake, really. Not for, it probably won't be a video that's that helpful to anyone. Just me talking about my transition and keeping track, for my own memories and things like that. I have a list of things that have been going on. Uh, Basically, I've been coming out to, like, more people, and it's generally more. Ooh, sorry, there's a thing on my screen. Generally, it's more well known that I'm trans, and a lot more people are calling me George and things like that. And actually, the male pronouns, people really don't use pronouns when you're around. Like, no one refers to you in the third person when you're there. So it's kind of hard to know if people have been using the pronouns, but I really hope they have. Um, some things that have happened recently, one, um, we're hopefully, and in my perspective, 99% getting gender neutral housing next year at my university. And I think this is largely due to the LGBT group. We're trying to get an LGBT house so that it's like a safe space for people who are LGBT, especially in light of like recent suicides and things like that with bullying because people are gay. So it's like a safe space for that sort of thing. And then for me, I'm the only like trans person here this year. So it's also a safe space for me, and I kind of like am really trying to promote it as much as I can, hoping that we'll have gender neutral housing. And so about that, I guess this may be remotely helpful, but I thought at my school that like there was nothing like gender neutral housing at all when I came here. And I was kind of concerned, like, if I were to actually get far in my transition, that I would start not to fit in a traditional hall setting, like where would I shower and things like that. And it goes to show that like you can change things. Like if you're in a situation like say at university where you think that there's nowhere you can live that you'll feel comfortable in, we just, you know, talk to someone, talk to a dean or a professor or something like that, and you can really promote that sort of thing, especially if you go with the safety route. Like for me, I really genuinely do feel that I would be safer in gender neutral housing, just because I don't know, people are mean. So basically, if you're concerned about something like that, don't give up when you see that there's no gender neutral housing at your university. You can do stuff too. You can try to get that at your school, especially if you're willing to be out. What else has happened? Yeah, okay. Really cool instance. I joined this, like, group of students and faculty who discuss, like, meaningful things every Monday. It's great. And my first professor that I ever came out to, who is the coolest dude in the universe, probably one of the biggest, like, male role models for me. He's so cool. Uh, when I came out to him, he was like one of the first people I told, and he was like really open and cool about it, and open-minded, I mean. And yeah, so he's leading this discussion group, and so I told him, I'm trying to use this new name, George, in as many environments as I can. So I didn't want to surprise you or anything, but I think I'm going to introduce myself as such at the first meeting. So, little did I know, we didn't just get to introduce ourselves, but we got name tags. So, I had a name tag that said George. And it was probably one of the best nights, like, in terms of transitioning. Like, one of the highlights of my transition was having the name tag that said George. Because everyone in the room, most of them I didn't know. There were a couple people that I knew, and then I had to explain after that I was trans. But most of them I didn't know. And I made this earlier video, like, worrying about would people believe me when I said my name was George. And the amount of certainty in that room when people, because I talk a lot, so when people said, this is something like what George said earlier, there was no hesitance at all. They were just saying it as if that had always been my name, because to them it always had. And it was one of the best feelings ever. Like, I can't even explain it in words. I was just so proud of myself for some reason at that moment. And so they didn't hesitate at all. And I think it was mostly due to the name tag that, like, I was just shouting my name, like, the entire 2 hours or whatever, because I had the name tag. Like, they could just look and be like, okay, he wrote that on there. That really is his name. Even though I am feminine and stuff like that, even though I'm noticeably a girl, like, there was no hesitance whatsoever. So that was phenomenal. And my professor was really great about it too. Like, even though he knows me as a different name in class, like, he was cool, like, saying my name and stuff, and I don't know. And the problem is, though, like, whenever someone says George to me now, or ever, I, like, giggle, because I get so excited about it, that they're actually using my name. So that needs to stop, because that's not convincing that I don't know, it's just not good. Other things that have happened, very exciting as well. Actually there's two exciting things. People have been treating me as a man. It's great. I have two instances. One, I, I joined, like, we have these little, like, breakout groups of my, LGBT group, so you can talk in, like, smaller communities about issues affecting your community. Of course, there's no trans group, because that would just be me sitting there. But there is a gay man's group, and I'm in it, and it's so exciting. It's very weird, because when people, like, walked into the first meeting, they kind of, like, were all looking at me, and then I explained, like, hi, I'm George, I'm trans, but I'm gay, woo! And everyone seems really cool, and even if they weren't cool, like, it's just nice to be considered one of them, without question. Like, it means a lot to me. And then, so that's one instance, and then the other instance, I've been asked to join a fraternity, and I hate Greek life, and I'm very vocal about it, but this one is like an exception. It's like a bunch of nerds getting together doing nerdy things, and, like, that's it. It's even, non-alcoholic, so, like, they're not, throwing those kinds of parties. So it's like, it's really making me reconsider my perceptions of Greek life and how much I really strongly dislike the mentality. But just the fact that I was asked to be in it, it's like they see me as a man. It's really cool. So, yeah, things have been going well, and I do have my days when I'm, like, down about this, and really concerned, and not going to class. But in general, I'm really happy that I'm transitioning. Like, I don't know, I'm watching the time here, because I know there's a limit on YouTube videos, but in general, maybe I'll make another video about this, but I think transitioning has been a good choice and will continue to be a good choice for me. It's generally making me a lot more confident and happier. So yeah, look forward to future updates. I'm running out of time. Okay, bye!